Celebration Company. Happy Friday. I hope you're having a great day. Today we are going to jazz up an ornament. So this little ornament right here that is available on our website. It is super cute. This is new. It's $2.99. It is a precious little ornament with the most adorable little image. We are going to jazz this up today and decorate it a little bit more, make it even cuter than just a plain ornament, okay? So that's the plan today. I've got a couple of ideas of things that we can do to it. So we're just going to have some fun and play with this and see what we can do, see how we can jazz it up. Today is the last day for our mini DIY decor box, okay? So if you have not purchased your mini DIY decor box yet, make sure you grab it. It comes with everything that you need to make this adorable little sign. All right, y'all, it comes with everything you need except for a paintbrush, some glue, and some scissors. And those are the only things you're going to need to provide. And I'm sure most of y'all already have those things. This is $24.99. This makes the most perfect little craft to do for like parties and gatherings with your girlfriends, with your friends. It also is a really great escape for you. Take a minute to do something for yourself. Enjoy some time to yourself doing something that you love and you enjoy. And crafting, I'm sure, is one of those things since you are here. So this one right here is a lot of fun. It comes with a tutorial as well. It's very easy to do and a lot of fun as well. So today's the last day for that. It's the last day to get that. And after that, it will be gone. We are shipping those out the second week of November, okay? Second week of November, so you will get them in plenty of time to be able to craft them and enjoy them. All right, y'all, when you hop on, say, hey, let me know you're watching. I hope everyone's having a great Friday. Tell me about your weekend, what you got going on this weekend. Hello, Teresa. I am good. How are you? Happy Friday. Hey, Pam. Hi, Joy. Hello, Allison. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Kathy. Hi, Cindy. Hey, Larissa. Good afternoon. Hi, Carol. Y'all, if you haven't seen, we have now a Facebook channel in Messenger. So if you join that channel, then we can text you or send you a Facebook message before we go live every single time. We have multiple different ways of alerting you, but those ways don't always work. So maybe that way will work a little bit better for you. So that's available to you as well. Hang on, y'all. My nose is running. Okay. So make sure you join that. That'll be nice and fun. Oh, big Halloween party fun, Lisa. Hi, Roxanne. Good afternoon. Hey, Donna. Thanks for sprinkling, Ruby. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Dorothy. Hello, Tammy. Good to see you. Hi, Susan. Hello over on YouTube. Hi, Linda. Hey, Lisa. Oh, awesome, Dana. Good find. Hi, Carol. Hello, everyone. Carol, I'm sorry you missed it last night. Go back and check it out. It was a fun one. Mom joined me. Hi, Glinda. Mom joined me and she accidentally left her North Pole sign here, but this is how Mom's North Pole sign turned out that we did last night. So all of our DIY darlings, we got together last night to make our North Pole signs, and we had a blast, and I can't wait to see everyone's. But this is the way that Mom's turned out. She decided to do hers with a little bit of teal, and she did gold instead of silver. So that turned out really pretty. Fun. Pam's going to a rodeo. That'll be fun. Rodeos are fun. Thanks for the compliment on the sweater. Hi, Glenda. Rhonda, I forgot to send it out last night. Lynn, I get that. Thanks, Lisa. She did a great job. Yay, Larissa. All right, so let's get into it, okay? So this is the ornament that we're going to be using. This is available on our website. It's $2.99. Let me post the code up here so you can grab that if you're interested. We have a very limited quantity of these. And we are going to jazz this up. So I'm going to create a couple of things that I want to add to this. So the first thing we're going to do is create a banner using our date stamps. So we've got these date stamps. We've had them for a little while. I'm not sure which one I want to use, but I've not used them yet. So this one here is a small one, and it's $7.99. And you can see it. So what we can do is we can put the date on here for Christmas. And this one's a mega, and it is the big Mama Jamma. Okay, and look at this one. How awesome is that? And so you just move it, and I'm not 100% sure how it works. If you just... How do you turn it? That's the question. Do you just move it? I guess you just move it. Okay, so we want December. And then we want five. All right, hang on. December 25. The wheels aren't really, okay, yeah, they are turning. But I feel like this is easier. Okay, there's 24. We'll see, it is a little tough. Okay, 25. I'm not sure if that's right or not. It doesn't feel right. But it might be. Okay. I think it is right. I think it is right. All right. So anyways, you got December 25, 2025. And so let's just play with this a minute, okay? And let's just see. All right, let's do this one as well. This one is a lot easier to move. December 25. Okay, 2025. All right, let's see what these look like. I'm gonna grab some fabric. And I think we're just gonna go with like this right here, this just kind of natural fabric. And we're just gonna play with this a minute and see what this looks like. Let me grab my stamp pad. Okay. So let's try this out. All right. And we're just gonna stamp this right onto. Look at that, y'all. So that's the big one. Look how cool that is. And then let's do the small one. See which one. I don't know which one's going to be the right size, if this one's going to be too big or not. This one is really small. It's very small, which is super cute. It's super duper cute, but it is very small. So let's see if we can use the big one. Let's take some fabric scissors and we're gonna just cut this into a strip that we can use as like a banner type thing. Okay, so I'm using the larger one. And I think I'm going to dovetail the ends. So I'm just folding the ends in half to create the little things on the end. And then we'll just distress that a little bit, make that look a little rough to match everything else. Then I'm thinking that we can just kind of take and just sort of do a little fold to create something like that. That we can then use on the ornament, which I think is going to be cute. Okay, so let's, isn't that cool, Cindy? It's such a cool stamp. Now this is the mega date stamp. We only have a few of them left. It is $43.79. Okay, it's got dates all the way up to 2030. 2031, 2033, 2033. Okay, so it's going to last you quite some time. All right, so I'm just going to fold this back a bit and add a little bit of hot glue. To create our little banner. Well, I'll remove it. There we go. Okay. All right, so we've got that, so we can either do, I kind of like it on the bottom. I think I like it on the bottom. Okay, so I'm just going to set this aside, okay, because I want to do something else and making a couple of different things that we can use on here. So we've got our little banner with the date on it, which is super cute. Then I'm using our paintable holly leaves and berries. And we're going to paint these, but before we paint them, we are going to manipulate them a little bit. Hey, Joan. So I'm going to turn the heat up on my heat tool, okay? And I'm going to heat this up until it starts to be bendable, all right? Now, these are also available on the website. They come in a pack of 4 for $3.99. And so you're just going to heat it up, and you'll be able to tell when it's ready. It's going to become floppy. You want to make sure to get all the leaves pliable. Okay, so you can see how it's now pliable, and you're just going to start to manipulate that as it cools, and it's going to dry the way that you manipulate it. Okay, and if you're not happy with however you manipulate it, you just heat it back up, lay it on a surface, heat it back up, and it's going to flatten back out. So when I paint this, I want to make sure to turn the heat back down on this, because if I heat this back up, we're going to lose its shape. And so we don't want it to lose its shape. Okay, we're going to paint this. I'm going to go with Hauser Medium Green. Let's see what that looks like. Let me get a couple of brushes out. All right, and we're just gonna get these painted. So we'll do the leaves and then we're gonna do the little berries. And we will have to do a couple of coats to make sure that it covers. I'm making sure to get the edges because those do show. And I'm gonna go on and get the back of the leaves as well because that may also show. And so we're gonna paint all 3 of our leaves here. Okay. Have you all gotten these holly leaves yet? Because I know that a lot of people have. They've been flying off the shelf. I'm curious to see how y'all use them. This is the first time I've used them with you. Patty, it's a little cool. It's not horrible. It's 60 today. So the sun is shining, so it's not bad. But if I am downstairs, I'm going to be cold. I've had the heater on me most of the day because it's just been chilly. And of course, I got a sweater on today. All right. So there's the first coat. I'm just going to dry this. Again, I've got my temperature on my heat tool back down to cool because I don't want to lose the manipulation that I did on this. I want to keep that. And you can also kind of pull this away a bit just to make sure it doesn't get too hot. Okay. All right, so we'll go in with a second coat. I think this color is going to be the right color for this. Looks like the second coat is going to cover it as well. Hey Chrissy, good to see you today. And it's really not difficult to paint around the berries. It's small, so you don't have to be super precise with it. Hi, Wanda. Okay. Here we go. All right, so the green is done. Let's dry that, and then we're going to go in with red. All right, and for the red, I only have Santa red over here. So I'm going to use Santa red, but I'm probably going to mix it a little bit. I kind of want to match the red. There's several different colors of red in this ornament, but I sort of want to match the red in the hat. And it's a bit of an orangey red. So I'm going to add a little bit of yellow. I'm going to go with this cadmium yellow. And then I'm also going to add some raw umber as well. Okay. Oh, Wanda, I got it from Amazon. All right, let's see if this is going to be good enough. I think I need a little bit more yellow. It's a little too pink. Okay, let's try it now. All right, that looks good. We'll go with that. Okay, so now we're just gonna paint our berries. It's not a perfect red, but I think it's gonna be pretty close. All right. Look how cute those are turning out. I mean, how adorable is that looking? So stinking adorable. All right, so I need a second coat, and that should do it. Thanks for celebrating, Judy. All right, there we go. Okay, so there's the berries. And I do want to sort of age these just a little bit. So we're going to take some raw umber to them. And you can do all kinds of different things. I'm going to wash them, I think, with some raw umber. Okay, so I'll just take a baby wipe. And a paintbrush with some raw umber. And so just take a good amount and brush it on. And then you'll just take the baby wipe and just come in and start to remove some of that excess. So you just put it on there liberally. And then just come in and remove. So you can see the just kind of vintage look that that gives. And I mean, you can remove as much or as little of it as you want. Okay. Just like that. So now we've got these berries that have this sort of vintage look to them. Okay. So look at that. How stinking gorgeous are those? They're so pretty. Okay. So let's start embellishing this. Let's see what we can come up with. Hey, Stacy. Good to see you. All right. So I've got the banner here that we made. We've got the little holly berry, which looks really cute. I've also got some florals here, so let's kind of look and see about the florals. These are available on our website. This one here, I've already used some of it. It's really beautiful. It's available on there as well. I kind of like these sort of viney pieces, so I'm going to take those. Right now, I'm just kind of going to play and just see how I want to embellish this and what I like. I'm just gonna see what looks good. You know, we might kind of put that to the side. And we might do, let's see about some of this. This one right here I like because it's kind of smaller. I was hoping that I could use this other half, but I don't know if that's going to look good or not. And then we can maybe do a bow. Let's kind of just see. If we did something like that, and then we did a red bow. They will ship out the second week of November. The second week of November is when they'll ship. All right. A red velvet bow would be gorgeous. I don't think I have a red velvet bow. I don't even know if I've got any red velvet material. So let's just kind of see. This is like, got some red plaid. To buy some red velvet ribbon, don't I? That would be really pretty. Let's see what else we have. I do have this, which is a pull bow, or whatever you call it. You know, this kind of a thing. I don't want to use, I don't think, that, but I was thinking something smaller. It's not bad, actually, but I don't think I like that. Let's see what else I can find. I've also got I've got some ribbons that are a little vintagey looking. Let's put all this out of the way. Make some space here. Okay. So, let's see here. Okay, that's not gonna work. That's not right. Don't like that. And I had, ow, I've got some cording, but that's not what we want. What's that? Nope. Don't like that either. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, here's some gold ribbon. Which might not be too bad. Let's see here what that looks like. I think it's gonna need to be a bigger, you know what? I just thought of something. Hang on a second. I have this, which is velvet, and I could remove the white. We can just cut that white off. Completely forgot about this. So I'm just going to go down the side and cut the white off. This is wired ribbon. Just a little bit more. Okay, that should be enough. Just don't want to cut that wire with my good fabric scissors. There we go. Okay, let's do this side. Okay. All right, let's see if we can make a bow with this. See what this looks like. Velvet, red velvet just screams vintage, doesn't it? All right. I don't know, y'all. Let me make it smaller. I think it might be too big. Okay, I feel like that's better. Okay, so here we go. Here's our little velvet, red velvet bow. I think I'm liking this. Okay, so let's put it together. We'll take our pieces that we're going to use and we'll just stack these up together so that we've got this little swag type thing. And I'm going to grab a zip tie and we'll zip tie it together. Just like that. Y'all still there? Y'all concentrating? Okay. zip tie that together. Cut off the excess so that now we've got just this little bit there. And we can glue this on with our hot glue. Just take a bit of hot glue right there where the hanger is. Okay. I think I'm going to cut that leaf off right there. So it's kind of in the way. You don't want to block Santa's face. We can add it somewhere else if we wanted to, like glue it back on. So let's see, after we get the bow on. All right, so let's add the bow right over top of the zip tie. Our little red velvet bow. I mean, we're just jazzing this up. It is looking so much prettier. You know, it's going from a $2.99 ornament to a $14.99 ornament. It is, Wanda, it is an actual ornament that's available on our website that's already got the image on it. And we're just jazzing it up a bit. Okay, so it's cute just like that. We wouldn't even have to do anything else to it. That already is really cute. But we're going to keep going. And we're going to see about doing our little banner here. So I'm just going to take and add 2 dots right onto the ends where we've got it kind of curled. And I'm just going to glue that on. I want that banner to not be pulled tight. And it's kind of going around the bottom like that. And then we'll just take our little holly berries and we'll glue those right here. Right here on the corner. Just like that. And now we're going to do a little bit of distressing that I should have done before, but I didn't. So I'm going to take some vintage photo and I'm just going to grunge up this little banner a little bit. As best I can. I should have done it before. Let's see about the edges. Might add just a little bit on the edges. And we might, let's see here, let me go back in with this sleeve and see if I want to add it back. I don't think I do. I think I'm happy with it. I think we're good. Sandy, are you saying you couldn't get on last night? Is there something you were doing wrong? Were you in the Darling Circle? You need to make sure that you've joined the Darling Circle, which, by the way, there are several new DIY darlings that have not joined the Darling Circle. If you're a DIY Decor Box subscriber, you have to be in the Darling Circle in order to join. All of that information is on your info sheet that came in your DIY Decor Box. So you need to make sure that you check that out. And make sure that you're in that group. Okay, so here's how it turned out. It's really cute. So we used the ornaments available on the website. Okay, let me grab that and put the QR code up there. Screenshot, go to your photos, hold down on the QR code, and it'll bring up the website. Okay, that's how you do that. Okay, good, Sandy. Yeah, so make sure that you get in that group. You can still watch the replay. The replay is in there, okay? So we used the ornament. That's right there. We used that, and then we used our date stamp. Okay, this is the mega date stamp. It's the one that I use for this, and we just stamped it onto a piece of fabric. Right, thing about this is it's one stamp. You just get the correct date on there, and you stamp it one time, and you've got the whole date on there. So fun. And then we used our holly leaves. These are available also, and I showed you all how to manipulate them and paint them, and they just turn out so beautiful and are going to add so many great embellishments to all of your Christmas decor. And then the greenery is from this floral pick that's also available on the website. It's got the bell on it and the big pine cone. And then I just used some velvet ribbon to make a cute little bow. And that's all there is to it. It's adorable. Look how cute that is, y'all. So today's the last day for the mini DIY Decor Box. Make sure you grab yours today because today's the last day for it, y'all. This is no longer available after tomorrow, so make sure you grab yours if you have not grabbed yours yet, okay? Don't forget, because that offer ends tonight. I will see you guys back here on Monday. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you all enjoyed this little